Recently, Tarkov has grown in popularity. Now, if you're one of those ones jumping on board, jumping into the game to play it, have fun, or if you're looking to get into it but you don't know where to start, it looks like a very daunting game, then this is the video for you. Today, we're going to be going over my top 5 beginner tips from a beginner. It's 5 tips, and we're going to try to do this in less than 5 minutes. This is coming directly from a beginner. I haven't been playing this game very long myself. These are 5 things that I think are definitely vital for you to be able to have successful raids. And really just an overall satisfying game. So with that being said, let's jump straight into it. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's go. So starting at number 5, this is not Call of Duty. Now, this is not your typical first-person shooter where it is a run-and-gun arcade style. Not even really your typical BR. This is a tactical shooter. It is not the same as the other games. You cannot really. There's a lot of factors that affect your bullet, how your shots. Even you can't aim down sight permanently or all for as long as you can in other games. That does start to affect your shot. So just remember, this is not Call of Duty. Pay attention to your statuses. There's a lot to pay attention to in terms of hydration, starvation, even your stamina, things of that nature. These all affect your gameplay, especially when you're in the middle of a firefight, and how your player is going to handle that. So just remember, this is not Call of Duty. Take all that into mind. Do not try to run and gun and be some sort of a typical. Do not try to play it like some sort of typical BR or first-person shooter. This is not that. Now, number 4, learn the maps. This is a huge and important piece. Learn these maps. Some of them are very big. They can be confusing. The game gives you no real in-game map. But you can use ones that are found online. I'll link 2 down in the description below. One will be coming from the Escape From Tarkov wiki, and the other will be from the Map Genie. Now, Map Genie is interactive. It's pretty cool. You can remove some things that you don't want to see on the map, and it shows all the loot spawns as well. But learn these maps. These can definitely help you in terms of getting, either finding loot spawns or knowing where to go for quests, or even just where you're spawning in the first place and finding your way to the exfil. Map knowledge is a huge part of this game. I would almost argue it's more important than just having skill overall, because map knowledge can really help determine whether or not you're going to win a fight when we talk about positioning. So that being said, let's move on to number 3, and that is that ammo matters more than the gun. Tarkov is unique in this sense that the ammo actually determines a lot of how many shots it's going to take to kill a person. Depending on where you shoot them on their body, and of course what kind of armor, but those rounds can penetrate or perform some sort of flesh damage to that player. So the ammo matters, and of ammo types in the game, it can be a kind of daunting to learn them all. But I highly recommend, just like with the map, so you keep that open every time you're playing and you reference that while you're dropping in. That you also keep an ammo chart open. I'll have one provided down in the description below. It's one that I use. It's interactive and it's pretty cool. It does show you what kind of armor types and how many hits it'll typically take to take down that armor. So I'll have that link down in the description below. So make sure you give it a look if you're looking for something like this. Number 2, speaking of the armor. So armor types in this game are a huge part of the game. Some would argue, though, that armor is pretty useless because of the ammo types that are out there that can really just shred some of these armors. But it can help sometimes to save you from a shot or two and at least give you the time to get some cover, something of that nature. So it is important to know your armor types. And by that, I mean your classes, class 2 through 6, I believe. And then there are, of course, the materials that it's built out of. Now, those materials do determine how well things will repair, so it is important to know that to know that information as well. So I'll have something linked down in the description below. And I can also do an in-depth video on armor durability if you guys would like. So drop a comment below if you want to see that. But then moving on to the number 1 most important thing, that is always to do your scav run. Again, this is a unique key item. This is a unique thing to Tarkov that's unique from other games. That you do get these scav runs. These are just pre-built, auto-generated characters that spawn with. It can be anywhere from mid-tier to high-tier loot, even low-tier to high-tier loot, somewhere in that range. They'll typically spawn in with a decent loadout that you can either use for your next raid as a PMC or your regular player character, or that you can just come back, and if you're really strapped for cash, you can use that to sell to the traders and get some items or get some cash, some rubles, in-game currency there, for you as well. Now with that, I'm also going to include a bonus here, and this is probably the most important one, more important than any of these, and that is to have fun. This game can be very frustrating if you let it, but just overall have fun. If you're just getting into the game, don't worry too much, don't stress too much. The game is wiped every once in a while to reset the economy, but just have fun. If you're stressing, if you're getting mad that you're dying, just have fun. There's no big rush. Loot comes and goes. You will always die. It happens to the best of us. And I'm talking your landmarks, your pestles. It happens to the best of us. So just remember to have fun and don't get frustrated. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and smashing that subscribe button as well. I do stream here on YouTube. So if you want to be notified when I go live or be notified when I drop new content, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell as well to be notified every single time I go live or upload a new video. Drop a comment down below if you believe that this is if you believe I missed anything that should have been included in the top 5, or what your top 5 list would have been. And also, if you want to see me do a video on those armor types, the armor durability. But with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Fuck.